What's up, everybody? I've got another free baseball pick for this Wednesday, June the 1st. I'm Allie Burns from Picks Parlays, and we're talking the Reds at the Red Sox. But before we get going, I've got to let everyone know about our official sponsor. It's Caesar Sportsbook, and for all new accounts, you're getting hooked up with up to $1,100 in first bet insurance. All you've got to do is find the description of this video and click on the link, or use the promo code MORNINGCZR once you download the mobile Caesar Sports Betting app. With me today, I've got expert handicapper Ross Benjamin here to give us the free play. What's up, Ross?
Hey, it's good. I'm starting to get a complex here. The last couple times we've been on the air together, you start yawning before we start. It's like either the girl doesn't get enough sleep or I bore the living hell out of her. One of the two.
It's a little of both. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey,
I'm just kidding. I always take an hour nap between my morning shows and my evening shows, and so it's my first one out the gate. It's 100 degrees in Vegas, Ross. It gets very sleepy.
Hey, it's 85 here today. It's 85 here today, and I guarantee you, our humidity is much higher than it is in Vegas.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So let's talk Reds at the Red Sox. The Red Sox are a -190. We've got a total of 9. What's your best bet on this one, Ross?
Well, let's look at the starting pitchers. And again, folks, we're taping 24 hours in advance. So please keep that in mind because some of the statistics aren't going to be indicative of what happens in game one of this series, which hasn't even started yet at the time of this recording. Garrett Whitlock is scheduled to get the start for the Boston Red Sox, and he's shown shaky form over his last 4 starts with a 6.35 ERA and a 171 whip. In those 4 games, 3 of them went over and 1 was a push. And a lot of that high-scoring affairs had to do with Whitlock's very lofty ERA in those outings. Boston bullpen hasn't been very good of late. 5.84 ERA and a 154 whip over their last 7. The Red Sox did lose yesterday, 10-0 to the Baltimore Ravens. By the way, Ellie, I had Baltimore yesterday, plus 157. Just a note. And also, stop to think, a team getting shut out, usually you don't want to come back with an over in the next game. But I am going to buck that trend because I just think that Boston, using horse racing terminology, bounced in yesterday's game. And they've averaged 7.8 runs scored per game over their last 12. They've scored 6 runs or more in 8 of those 12. They've pounded out 10 hits or more in 8 of those 12 as well. In those games played 8-3-1 to the over. Cincinnati's Hunter Green. You know what his only problem is? He just can't keep the ball in the ballpark. That's sort of a problem when it comes to starting pitcher in Major League Baseball. Hunter Green, 15 home runs allowed in 44 1/3 innings pitched. Folks, that's a home run per just shy of 3 innings pitched. That's horrible, a terrible ratio. And that's over 9 starts. So he's given up 1.67 home runs per start this year. Boston, by the way, 17-6 to the over in the last 2 seasons when facing a starting pitcher that allows an average of 1 or more home runs per start. And I already clarified that Hunter Green sails way over that average. The Cincinnati bullpen continues to be problematic, a 5.0 ERA in their last 7. And the Cincinnati Reds, who a lot of us scratched our head. They only hit 32 home runs in the first 40 games. Hitting home runs has never been a problem for the Reds, although they went through a personnel changeover that certainly affected that. But over their last 10 games, or 7 games, they've hit 10 home runs. So I like that power surge to continue on Wednesday. I like the Red Sox to get back to their offensive ways, and I like this game to go over the total of 9, Ellie.
All right. Well, if you say so, then I like it to go over the total of 9 too. Yesterday on the site, I'm looking at it here. You were number 1 on the site yesterday, 3-0-1. People, you made $397 if you were betting with Ross yesterday. If you want to jump on board the Ross Benjamin train, head over to picksandparlays.net, click on his name, Ross, tell the people what they're going to find when they
You know
click on
what?
you.
Yesterday, not only was it 3-0-1, but it was a plus money honey day. And I thought of you, Alice. You know,
Boom. I don't know how you
hey,
wouldn't.
baby. You know, New York Rangers plus 135, 10-star top play. Boom. Plus 135, folks. Game 7 on the road. I took a 135 dog, and lo and behold, they win 6-2.
Yes,
Also,
sir.
the Baltimore Orioles, like I just mentioned, I'm so proud of that pick. 10-0 over the Boston Red Sox. It's a 157 dog. The New York Mets minus 1.5 at money line odds of plus 110 as they crush the Washington Nationals 13-5. You know what, Ellie? My NBA picks. The finals start on Thursday. I will have my NBA 10-star top play up for tomorrow, up on for Thursday tomorrow night. And my NBA 39-24, 63% since April the 1st. My 10-star top plays, which are my highest rated selections. And I never give out more than one of those in a day. In our instances, I don't give out any. But having said that, 31-11 with my last 10-star top plays, last 42 10-star top plays, excuse me, good for 74%. And finally, Major League Baseball 10-star top plays, 4-0 this year, 46-23 since last year, good for 67%. You never get a favorite from me that goes over 135. Very rarely, I may approach 140, Ellie, but 98.9% of the time, it's going to be 135 or less. Underdogs, totals, or run lines.
Beautiful. And that is what we call value, people. Value. All right. And if you want a little bit more value, I've got a promo code for you. So picksandparlays.net. Then you click on Ross Benjamin and then you enter the promo code NHL. That's going
Hey,
to
I made the list. I get my own promo code.
yes, yes.
After a year and a half, I finally get my own promo code. I'm excited, Ellie. They should
Uh,
be too.
they should be what?
They should be as well. The viewers should be as well.
Yes, you should be excited as well. So use NHL. It'll save you 20% off whatever you purchase from Ross. And until then, we're going to take it over 9 runs when the Reds take on the Red Sox this